What's going on, grunts? Coming back to you today. It's actually a nice day today. Today we're going to go over some tactics, and I'm going to address a heated discussion. We're going to use the Coors Light method, because I know you guys love that so much. My $12 IPA drinking beer connoisseurs. Well, this one's for you guys. Let's talk about why carrying like 3 to 4 magazines of ammo, like all the cool guys are doing, is absolutely ridiculous, and you should not even consider it. Let's go. The beer cans are going to simulate our grunts. We have a fire team. So a lot of people have given me shit about this because just like I had to tell my Joes in the infantry world, so many people want to copy the soft guys, not knowing why they do certain things. So in Ramadi, as a grunt, I would actually catch guys trying to sneak out with a couple magazines. Magazines half full, all kinds of gear missing. I'm like, dude, we have been in day-long firefights where ammo is not always coming to you, okay? What the hell are you doing? So I'm going to throw out 2 terms, and if you know your military history, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. If you do not, you need to go look these up. Operation Red Wings and Niger. That's the most recent example. But there are probably 1,000 examples of when the cool guys got screwed up. Not shitting on them. We all make mistakes. But they made some mistakes and gravely paid for it. It's tragedy. But if we don't learn from other people's mistakes, especially when that costs them their lives, we're just morons. Put it that way. All right, so I could talk about why we need to carry a whole bunch of ammo, and people can yell at me all they want, or I can demonstrate with tactics where the hell I'm coming from. Okay, so the big thing with the online Minuteman hero guys is, well, you shouldn't be out there looking for a firefight anyway. You should be breaking contact. That's one. And yeah, I would agree. If shit hits the fan and we're actually in a kinetic situation, I don't want to get in a freaking firefight. I've been in a ton of them. That doesn't mean I want to on my homeland. Yes, I'm going to suppress the area, get the hell out of there. Another thing people say, well, you should be shooting at point targets, well-aimed shots. No argument there. We should all try to identify a target and put rounds on that target. But that also tells me that these people have never been shot at and actually tried to hit a moving target, especially out in the woods. I'll tell you guys right now, you're not going to see half the people shooting at you. You'll see muzzle flashes here, and then they'll go away. There'll be muzzle flashes here, and they'll go away. While you're trying to identify the targets, they're also pointing rounds over your head. That sucks. You'll see a guy bound, he gets down, he's freaking gone. So, one of our battle drills, something we do without any kind of specific thought process, we just take action, is react to contact, react to ambush. All right, we're not going to get into those specifics, but react to an ambush is probably what we're looking at in this Minuteman world. Whether it is a near or far ambush, doesn't matter. It's just going to matter which direction we go. That's what grunts do. Sand tables, and we play with stuff. That's how we understand things. All right, so we got our 4-man Minuteman team. All right, out doing a recon, patrol, what have you. They take contact to their front, 12 o'clock. Let's think about this. First thing you got to do is return fire. Now, I'm not going to get super deep into the tactics, where every guy goes and all that. We're just going to talk through why we need ammo. Okay, so let's say we're in a wedge. Everybody starts returning fire like they're supposed to. We don't have saws or 240s. So, if you're ever ambushed, your #1 mission is suppressive fire before you can move. You have to put down a heavy volume of fire in the initial contact, because it could be a larger force. You don't know the size of it. You don't know exactly where they are. So you have to just put lead downrange. That's how it works. So if we're talking about 4 riflemen, and we might even have just 3, all right? We're not rich like the Army. We don't have plenty of people. All right, so in my scenario, our SOP would be everybody freaking mag dumps, okay? So let's just say, for sake of argument, each dude has 4 magazines, all right? So we got 16 magazines between the team. All right, so everybody mag dumps. We don't want to assault objectives. We want to get the hell out of there because we don't have tanks and artillery and jets coming to help us. The team is now down to 12 magazines, okay? So the first buddy team is going to bound back away from the contact. Now your support by fire element has to be putting lead downrange and as much as possible. Again, we got to try to put some heads down so these guys don't get shot. So now we're down to 2 weapons trying to put suppressive fire down. Not very good. So these guys have moved. Now we're down to 10 magazines after 1 buddy team bound. Okay, so whatever the signal is, this team is going to move. This team mag dumps while these guys can move. This is now the support by fire element. Okay, we're now down to 8 magazines on the entire team, and we've only done 1 successive bound. That's it. Hopefully we've been able to move some ground, but as we know in tactics, you don't just get up and disappear and run away. 3 to 5 second rushes. If you're in thick wood lines and stuff, you might be able to zigzag between trees and all that. But the longer you are exposed running around, better chance the guy's going to have of hitting you. All right, so we have performed 1 successive bound. Everybody's fired 2 magazines apiece. Our ammo has been cut in half between the team. We're now down to 8 magazines for the team after 1 bound. All right, so let's say we bound back again. Support by fire, 2 more magazines gone. What are we down to? 6 on the team. These guys get set, fire, so these guys can bound back again. We're down to 4 magazines on the entire team. So I know people are going to sharpshoot this, talk about point targets and all this, but guys, I'm telling you, if there is another group of people shooting at you, especially if you are ambushed, you are caught off guard, you're not going to be looking for point targets, okay? Especially if the bad guys, believe it or not, they also use tactics. They're going to be using cover and concealment as well. You might have a enemy maneuver element coming around your flank, okay? You have to put rounds downrange, especially during your initial contact. The Army does not learn their lessons very well. We're pretty stupid. We're like the kids that burn our hands on the stove 15 times before we figure it out. But as far as infantry tactics go, taking an objective or getting away from it to fight later, we've done a pretty damn good job at that. And these methods have been tested for friggin' over a century. All right, fire maneuver. So everybody on the team got killed because they ran out of ammo. This is the last guy standing. We're draining his ammo. I should have chugged a beer for every successive bound. All right, so you guys see what I'm talking about. This is something that I think the haters, guys who don't understand this stuff, I think it's something they just don't understand. So hopefully this helps give you a picture of what we're looking at. It'd be great to have machine guns, you know, that's your suppressive fire, and then your riflemen can do their job as riflemen. But if we're talking about small teams with pew-pew guns, if bad guys are shooting at you and if they have any kind of concentrated or really accurate fire on you, it's going to be mag dumps, guys. All right, that's the only way to get any kind of upper hand in such a situation. So yes, I agree with everybody that our job is to get the hell out of there. We don't want to stay in contact any longer than we have to. By the way, break contact is not a retreat. You break contact, maybe you get better ground or a better position, and then you can flank and come at the enemy again later. Maybe you can suck them into an ambush, whatever. We could talk tactics all day. The bottom line is ammo. If you're going to carry anything heavy and invest time and energy, burn calories into something, I would drop the plate carriers, especially in the wood lines and mountains. It's just going to slow you down, and I would beef up the ammo. Even the recce guys who think they're just going to be snooping and pooping in the woods. If there's a 2% chance that you're going to get into contact, that you need to get out of there, you're going to want the ammo, guys. Trust me. You're going to wish you brought less food and less snivel gear. You're going to wish you did not bring your plate carrier. You're going to wish for ammo. Anytime things get bad, that is your #1 concern. Another historical lesson you guys can think about is go reference the MACV SOG guys. So the argument is, well, it's recce. We're just reconning. We're not freaking, I can't even say that stupid word, recce. What a freaking rainbow flag freaking term. I'm gonna say recon. All right, so MACV SOG guys, mostly recon, all right? 4 to 6 dudes, just like the LERPs going out there. They weren't going out there looking for a fight, and their battle drill for everything was break freaking contact, get back to the LZ, and get the hell out of there. The guys carry 20 to 30 magazines, all right? The SEAL versions of those teams, multiple guys on a team would carry friggin' machine guns, all right? You got to put lead downrange, especially if you're trying to maneuver. Little pew here and there, stuff like that, that's not going to keep a bad guy's head down, especially if he knows his tactics. Anytime we would engage smaller teams, you can tell it was a smaller team because of the weak-ass fire. Whenever we had a PKM, RPK, or whatever, machine guns going off over our heads, pinging freaking vehicles and walls next to us, I'm telling you guys, that will put your head down. And it's the same for the enemy. So pew pew here and there. I mean, unless you're actually dropping dudes. But again, firefights are not what you think they are from the internet. So we can learn lessons from history, military history, or we can remain ignorant and keep carrying a whole bunch of other bullcrap that we don't need to have out there with us. Or we can just realize that ammo is freaking where it's at. If you're going to carry something that's heavy, it might as well be something that can inflict damage on the enemy. After all, that's your entire job, right? If we go kinetic, force on force, that's what it's going to come down to. Who can actually put people down most effective? I'll see you in the next one. Maybe we'll keep up the Coors Light freaking tactics videos. I don't know. Let me know on that.